It is Lord Haywire. I am streaming some more of the 2D4X game creation. We're still working on the research thing. I think we might actually finish the basics of it today. It's kind of interesting. I was thinking about, like, I was laying in bed before I went and got coffee, and I was thinking about like things that I had to do in the future for this, and it just the sheer um futility, the sheer amount of work that I would have to do to complete this game completely demoralized me. And I was just like sitting there thinking like, "Oh my God, this is fucking impossible. This is an impossible task." And I'm pretty cheery in these streams, but I do hate everything. I laugh at a lot of things, obviously too. Um, so it didn't surprise me that the feelings of demoralization, that my morale is low, uh, that doesn't surprise me. I expected it to happen. Uh, but I was like, I don't have anything else to do this morning, so I went and got coffee and had a horrible experience at coffee. There's this one of the owners I really don't like. She just interrupts and talks really loud. I don't know. Hopefully she never sees this. She was there and she interrupted and talked really loud. The lady couldn't even ask me how many sugars I wanted. Anyways, uh, so Grumpy Pants McGillicuddy, or whatever the kids say these days, is what I am today. I'm gonna listen to some music. The Knife is I decided to listen to. It's like the one dance music that I listen to. Electronica. I don't know. What do they call it? EDM? Or is that a drug? No. See, I'm so old. I'm out of the loop here. I have a tiny bit of coffee left. We can drink some of that. That will fix my morale. Then I was watching some tutorials about events, and I think now this is too low. I think I should be using events more, and I've never used ones. Events and Unity events. And then I saw some other stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really have a life. I just sit at my house, play video games, um, sometimes uh, program incorrectly. Anyways, here we go. We're ready. So we got this map. I'm not going to go over everything. Let's just go over what we are working on here. We have actually let's stop this and maximize this so we can see our bugs more uh, significantly. So we got this research button, and this should automatically, yeah, see, like the scrolly thing works, and it shows that these are done, even though it's kind of hard to tell. So you don't have all these things. I thought of something. The research, okay, it is. I was like, oh, the researcher shack should um, definitely be. This has to be done. This needs to be available for to be built right off the bat. So basically, what we're setting up with this research is for our next step, which is county improvements. Each county, you'll be able to build improvements, and it first needs to check their research to make sure you've done the research. One of the things we got going is this thing here is working, but not like it doesn't show us. It's always showing like these things. Oh, that's a button. Why did we make that a button? Um, I mean, I guess we could. Then you hit close, and then you can hit close again. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's move that close button. I think we were trying to do that on purpose to a point there. So let's wait. We don't need to be here. Let's go to our UI canvas and let's go to our research panel and let's turn this on because we're going to need it on for quite a while. We're going to be messing with this thing for a while. For the rest of eternity. This is all this text is pulled from a list right now. And what was I going to do? Oh, move this close button. So for that, this needs to be turned on. This whole thing is kind of like large and ugly. So let's fix that. We have the click blocker. We have let's make this whole, is this the whole panel? This is the whole panel. And let's bring it down some. Like, how much is 100 gonna bring it? How about 50? I think these are actually 60, if I remember correctly. And from the bottom, we'll bring it up 60 as well. See, this is the issue. Now we have these two close buttons. You wouldn't be able to click on that one, but even so, it's kind of ugly. I think probably we're fine. What is up with this text floating around on its own, though? This is the title text. Shouldn't it be stuck to the top? Did we not stick it to the top? How about we do that? That seems to be working better. This also seemed to have changed location. The garden shack. Why the fuck is that clickable? Why did we decide we wanted a button on there? Let's just remove that for now. I don't know why. Let's also... Prerequisite seems to have moved on its own. This needs to be... We'll use this thing again. We'll stick it to the bottom, but then we'll use that padding thing. Like, this just popped in my head. Like, I just learned how to do this. I taught myself how to do this padding thing just the other day. Or the margins, or whatever it's called. Let's go 60. And so, like, so I've made massive improvements in my skills since I started, but it's still like a daunting task when you look at someone else's coding or something and you see that, like, oh my God, they code so fast. They have all these things I've never even fucking heard of. Uh, and that's part of like the dauntingness of and the demoralization. I think we want to move this a little bit too. It's too close to the top and it's too giant. We don't need it this fucking giant. And I don't think we want it. Huh. Why don't we just make it... Oh, this is pinned to the top. Let's put it in the center for now. And maybe we should do this. So just it looks a little bit better. I can't remember why I put that as a button. So now we need to fill in this information, and there was a new way I thought about doing this last night. See, this shit just pops in my... Like I said, I'm pretty... don't have much going on in my life, you know. I don't go out anymore. I'm 49. I'm old. I actually don't feel that old. That's another weird thing is like... I still feel like mentally in my 30s, if that makes sense. Like, I don't feel like... But then I don't want to go out. I don't want to do that shit. FOMO, as they call it. I don't have that. It's gone. It went away. People will be like, go to this party. There's gonna be women there. It's gonna be so much fun. And no, a woman's gonna show up at my door one day. It'll be fine. No, they won't. Anyways, uh, Deep Thoughts by Josh Cook. Okay, so what are we fucking doing here? And then I also saw an article that I'm all over the place that said it takes 23 minutes for a developer to get back into the development mood after being interrupted or the full run. And I was like, well, if that's true, I get interrupted all the time when I'm streaming. We're never gonna get anything done. I don't know. The whole world just seems pointless. But that's a kind of my normal thought process. I'm down in the dump, getting everybody down in the dumps. Say, hey, we'll get back into it. What the fuck are we doing though? We wanted to, there was like, we need to fill in this description and title. So how the fuck are we going to do that? This thing pops up and we have these text fields. So it looks like we're on the way here. And this is UI. Let's take a look at this script to see what we were doing here. Was it this one? It's not that one. Here we go. So we have that. They can access this. I'm thinking now, should we try to do an event here where this thing subscribes to the, but it would have to subscribe to every one of those different. You know what we didn't look at that I generally, oh, I have this on the wrong, let me move this to the right thing here. Um, we needed, okay, that is what we're working on. Research title and description panel. Just making sure here. So the idea, let's go over what my plan is, and then we can see mentally if that plan is going to work here to what I want. So you click on a button. Get this thing out of here. Let's hit play. Maximize fine. Except this can't be open. Will it work if we reopen it? It will. Oh, the time didn't stop. See, that was another thing I was thinking. Maybe we're supposed to subscribe to it. Like, maybe we're supposed to do an event for that too. And we just have like the event every time you open it. It instead of doing it this way, um, it's on here. Instead of doing it on disable and stuff, maybe we should subscribe. But this actually runs the first time this is turned on, which is kind of lame too. Let's turn off the research panel and go through this. We'll fix all these bugs at some point. We'll make everything better. Okay, so when you click on research, the research button, time stops. See, it doesn't work. We need to figure out how that works. I think we're supposed to be subscribing to an event. But it would be like you subscribe and then the event happen. I don't know. I don't know how events work well enough. We're going to get to events pretty soon here. So then you click on this, and this text, this has to pass that text to here. So this is back to the event thing. But no, this is right. So then we need in our list. Let's look at our list. So first, let's make sure our list has everything it needs to fill in that shit. Where is our? Here we are. It has the name, has the tier. So this is missing some stuff that we're gonna need. We're gonna need besides the name, we're gonna need a description, and we're going to need prerequisites. And I think right now we're only gonna have a total of 2 prerequisites possible. Like there might only be 2 prerequisites. So we're gonna. This is gonna be. Is this gonna be a word? This is gonna be a word. Prerequisite. It'd be nice if this had spell check to a point. 1, and then we'll do another. Yeah, that's what we want. So those things will be required for this panel. So let's add it in here. And what are we doing? We're doing this. Oh, look, it wants to add that for us. So we'll do it, except I want to move this shit around. I'm very, very anal about where I want my stuff. And I don't want it there. And actually, we'll probably, oh, no, it fits. So, oh, no, it doesn't fit. Let's just put it here. We'll break this into 2 lines just so we can see it all. Then this is after this. We need a string. What was the first one? It was description. Yeah. So the description, we're actually going to do this a little weird. Not a little weird. We're going to do this in a way that makes, so I don't want to type a giant fucking description in here. And in fact, we should probably change the names to this, because eventually what's going to happen is we might need to change it. Well, not might. We're going to have to change this into different languages. I don't know if it's going to let us do this. Um, so we can make an array, I guess, of all the descriptions that won't change. Yeah, I guess we'll just stick it in here. We'll put it at the top, though. No, we'll put it, it's going to have a lot of descriptions, man. Public, static, string, research item descriptions. And then we're just gonna, so this is the one bummer with making it no, let's not do it in an array. Let's do it as, there's a way to do this. Whoops. I can't remember. We're gonna cut this though. And we're gonna put it as a constant. It's gonna be a class. Do we have any other ones? All text? Let's stick it in all text. I think we took everything out of all text. This we don't want. No, this is a public constant, I think. And then this. No, how do we do this? I can't remember how to do this. Let me look it up. I've done it before, so I just have to dig through my shit here. It was a long time ago. This will get us close enough. Oh no, that's not what we want. This will get us close enough. Did I do it in here? No, there's like a public shared. This is what we want. I want to tear this away here though, and we'll put it over here temporarily. I just need one public class. What the fuck? All text public class, and this should be a capital R. Okay, and then we can just put, well, we'll put in the first one, public constant string. Here we go. Then we're gonna call this, what's the first one? The first research here. We'll move this over. I just need this as a reference so I can look at the Fisher's Shack. Fisher's Shack is gonna equal, this is a Fisher's Shack. We're gonna need a fucking bunch of these. Why did I use 14 of these things? Public. Oh, you don't want to fill that in for me, buddy? Come on. You don't know what I'm doing. Whoops. Forester's Shack. We probably want some periods on the end here. This is gonna be a pain in my fucking ass. Yep, public, constant, string. I don't know why we're doing it this way, but this is what, I know why. It's like I just said. It's so that I had some weird lag there. It's so that we can easily go through this for like localization or whatever they call it. Whoops. No, no, no. Don't worry, we only have to do this 14 more times. It's not 14. We only have to do it 13 more times. And with all my typos, You haven't figured it out here, buddy? You can't figure it out? Shack. I could have probably done this a lot late. We're gonna do it eventually, so might as well just do it now. And we know what we're doing here, right? Like I said, I shouldn't have done 14 of these. Scavengers shack for this part. We don't need um we don't need this many for the testing of this loop. As I'm gonna call them loops from now on. I don't know. I'll probably forget that I said that. Stone workers. And we're gonna write real descriptions at some point, just not right now. What's next? Basic tactics. Guns. We really, I guess, whatever. We're really gonna do that? I suppose. Uh, damn it. I keep hitting home. Tactics. One day we'll just sit down and like write a bunch of the like we'll put in these real descriptions. It'll be like a long kind of fun process to like describe this stuff. Hopefully it'll be fun. Um, I don't have range like bows, medieval weapons, stringed weapons, gunpowder weapons. Maybe this should be like gunpowder versus non-gunpowder. I don't know. We're gonna put this shit in here eventually. What do we got? We only have 6 more. Primitive, prim. I guess we'll put this whole thing in here. Melee. What is this thing? Melee Smith Shack. Whoops. Shack. And this is going to be long. Well, these descriptions are going to be long when we do them for real. This is a primitive melee Smith's Shack melee weapon. And the reason I'm making these so long is because I know later I'm going to get confused and not know what they are. So, what is the next one? Primitive ranged. Whoops. Ranged Smith Shack. God damn, that's long. For bows, crossbows. We can call it like a bow shack. Like all this stuff is in limbos. Um, and what are we up to? Gun shack. See, it still hasn't. It doesn't know why I'm doing constant there. I don't know why I'm doing constant there. Uh, and this is primitive ammo shack. They're different. We have a different type of ammo. This is a primitive ammunition smiths and then primitive gun, primitive gun ammo shack. Man, why did I make so many of these for this test? This is a shack for gun ammo, such as bullets. Such as bullets. What other type of gun ammo is there? Rockets. This is the last one. String. Elite. Ism. Some people think they are better than others. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I guess I could just have subtracted those two things. All right, we're done with this. Why does this say I changed something? Did I accidentally change something? Don't know what's going on. Oh, I don't want that up. I want my Twitch thing up and my other thing up. Okay, we don't need this shit. We need to go back to our script here and fix this. Okay, so we have, what were we doing here? The next thing should be description. So we're going to do all, get out of here. All text dot research description, research item descriptions dot Fisher's Shack. And then we're going to put a comma in here. And then prerequisites is none. There are no prerequisites. And then we need a comma here. None of these are going to have any prerequisites, so let's do that first. Let's just get rid of, well, we need this comma too. We can easily put this right here. For all of these, my IntelliCodes thing has given up on me. This is not the first time that's happened. Whoa. I think it's because there's a bug and it can't compile. I don't know. What the fuck do I know? I don't know anything. So then we're just gonna kind of go through here and put all these descriptions in here. This is all we need here, and then we can go Forester Shack, comma, next one, dots, Gardener's Shack, comma, and the reason why I made this all caps is because I was told that's what you're supposed to do when you're having constants, is make them all caps. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. It wouldn't be the first time that I was wrong, comma. Let's go to this one. Scavenger's Shack. And next one. You know, I could just copy this with the period in there. Good God. Why are you... It's been jumping around all day. I've had the weirdest... I wonder if I can make it happen again while we're in stream. So I had this and I was putting it down here, and when I would let go, it would jump up so that it wouldn't be hanging over the edge. It was so bizarre. Okay, what are we on? Stoneworker Shack. See, it's suggesting the right stuff. It's just, it's not like the tab part isn't working like it used to. Oh, I kind of need the period, huh? Basic tactics guns. You're not a very good AI if you can't figure out what I'm doing here. You're a dumb AI. Artificial stupid. Yeah, the period is not a good idea. Oh, it got this one. It's because I was calling it names. Melee. The only problem with this is that we could have some real issues with if I pick the wrong one. But that's an easy fix, you know? You just pick the right one. You just go through and what do we want? Ranged? Primitive gunsmith ammo. Primitive ammo shack, and then primitive gun ammo, and then last one. Good God, let's hope this works. Otherwise, we wasted a huge amount of time. Hey, it put in elitism and it knew it was like you don't have any left. Okay, so these should all go away now. There's no parameter for is done. We didn't actually do anything to that. Where's our research item thing? No, it's not there. Research item is done. Tier is done. Oh, we need another prerequisite, which is they're just gonna null out. We're gonna null these out. What am I doing here? This is my other one. We'll get rid of that. We're just gonna null out these things. We can just click on there to jump back because these don't have a second one, and that's kind of gonna be how we're gonna uh, tell. That's the description. This is none. So do we want it to say none or null? I think we actually want it to be a null value, and then null. Now that I think about it, and we'll copy these things. Yeah, we want it to say null. We want it to be a null value, not say null. Yes. 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 No. No. We put this on the wrong side here. It's gonna get rid of that? No, we want it to get rid of this. We put this in the wrong spot. See, there's a good fuck up that could have ruined our lives. Ruined it. Our whole life would be ruined because of that one mistake. Yeah, null. Null. No. I don't know what you're doing. I can't see what you're doing. Um, what's going on here? Oh, we did the same thing right here too. Yeah. This thing it could figure out. I have my Visual C, whatever this is, Visual Studio, not Visual C, blown up so it's easier for the stream to see. Okay, there we go. Now we have our list updated with descriptions and what their next items are. So if we're just going to do this again just to make sure that my brain's working correctly. So when you click on here, it's going to pull out the title. Research item title is going to be Fisher's Shack. It's going to put in that description we just typed, and then it's going to put in depending on if it has any any prerequisites, it's going to put them in there. And so we can just stop this. I don't know why I closed those. It does look a little bit better with that moving the closes around. So, did we already start a script? I think we did for this. Yeah, we did. We already looked at this earlier in the stream. So those are the three things we'll be accessing from this to so this is the idea I was thinking about, like maybe we have an event subscribe this like a we have this thing subscribe to an event so that the code is decoupled, as they like to say. But where's our thing here? So if we do it that way, on here we would have to have an event. Where will other? Let's think about this. Will other things be care that this shit's done, or that there's what? Will other things care about the title? Will other things care about? There's actually So I was gonna have it each one manually. No, we should. It should care. We should have some like variable that this thing changes. So clicking the button will change some variable, which could be these .text or we have it like a getter setter, which then would also like have the subscription thing. But I don't. Do we? Are we gonna? Maybe we will, and we just don't know yet. So let's go back to here. I think that what script do we have on here? Research item. I don't know why one of these has a UI and then the other one doesn't. UI in the front, not that thing. This one doesn't. And I'm actually very tempted to move this all to the world map load because this should run the first time, like when the game starts. When the game starts, this information should be put in. Then this is a different thing. Update research items. This should be. This goes through and updates them all. This should be on here, but I feel like this should be moved. Oh, I know why it's on here. It's so that it goes through each one and updates them. But this list we should probably move to the world map load. So the whole point of the world map load is the first time you run the game, it's going to run through all these things like a loading screen the first time you run a game. I'm thinking. Let's do this one part and then we'll decide. I really think we should move this list to be generated in the beginning, and then this other stuff would happen on here. But it's kind of confusing. The issue is, so the reason why it matters is if you hit play. Oh, except if it's not maximized here. If you hit play, These are all empty until you open up the research, and then it gets all filled in. And this happens on the first run. I guess it probably doesn't matter. I mean, it's fine. Let's not overthink it. That's one of my favorite things to do is overthink everything. I don't know why we got such a big gap here. We can make that smaller. So let's continue on with what we were doing. Research item panel. What are we doing with on button click? How are we clicking these fucking things? This is what we need to update. UI research item. Was I just looking at that? Man, the knife, it's like I said, it's like the only electronic music that I listen to really. They're a very weird band. Something about reindeer in this song. What the fuck am I doing? I'm all over the place today. Like I said, I don't have anything else going on today, so I might as well do this. All right, this is what we're gonna do. So oh, I remember what we were thinking. I remember, did we do it? Did we do it? We haven't, if we hit research, yeah, so this changes this to a number. The other way I was thinking is that when you click so what I'm talking about is, we changed that to a number so that it can pull the correct information during this button press shit. This is gonna set this active, but then I'll show what I'm talking about. No, we can't do it. So the other way I was thinking is on click, we can change this. We can say, we could set a variable. Let's see, we can put itself in there. And then in here, we could set a variable to, like ints, whatever. We need to create the variable, but we could do instead of changing the name. Let me see if this works the way I think it will. Public int button clicked number. Sure. So I think what we could do, there's a way to do this. Button. Oh, I think we have to turn it into a method. No, I know I did it on another one where I was able to change a variable. How did I do that? It's fine. We don't want to do it that way. Fuck that way. We'll just get rid of this thing. Can I just delete this? We'll just blow it out of our brains. That's what we'll do. Okay, back to this thing. So what we're gonna do is we don't need this anymore. So we have a list here. So first things first. It's this thing. This is an instance, so we go UI research dot instance dot title, I think that's what we called it, dot text equals, and then we're going to pull it from that list, which I already forgot what we call. I think it was just called like research. Where was that list? This is in research tier 1. I think we're already running into an issue here. So we might have to change this when we have tier 2 stuff. I think we have to have this figure out which tier it is on its own, which is going to cause a different issue. Maybe. We don't need this shit in here anymore. That was just an idea I had that didn't work. So we're going to go research tier 1 dot instance dot research items parse. I already forgot how to parse stuff. Do this all the time. Parse. I think it's like int. How the fuck do I do that? I can't remember. We want the name of the button that we're, or the name of the research item, which should be numbered at this point. I forget how to do parse. Just show me the code, man. This is like, is this really this whole thing necessary? Int dot parse. There we go. And then this needs to be in here. Whoops. Oh, I guess not. No. No, this is going to work. Then this is going to equal title. Title? No, name, sorry. Research name. Whew, we did it. Then we're going to do, yep, description, yep, dot text is going to equal dot boom. Then we're going to basically do this all again. One last time. Prerequisites are gonna be different though. So how we're gonna do this is with an if statement. What's going on here? If this is gonna be a very long if statement. You know what we could do is at the beginning of this, to make this less painful here, is we can do var research item number. Yeah, whoops, and then that's just going to equal this thing, because this isn't going to change. And then we'll just put this. Just to like kind of make this a little. Actually, let's rename this just to research item. You know, it's weird. I was watching a tutorial before I did this, and someone was like, "Oh, you got to put to rename the an item, you have to hit Control F or something." And I use F2 and it does it. And it weirded me out because the guy was much more experienced. I was wondering if there's a reason, and it brought up the same thing. Wonder if there's a reason to do it the other way. So this is gonna equal that, which is gonna be the same dot research name dot description, which we can do it here too. Research item dot prereq one if is equal to null and give me some ampersands here. Prereq 2 is equal to null. I guess we could also, you know, to make this even less of a clusterfuck, is put research texts. Then we could just do this and put this here. No, that's not gonna work because these are different spots. We'll leave it like that for now. Dot prerequisites. Oh, we already have that there. Dot text equals none. So basically, what we're gonna do, if these are both null, there is no prerequisite. If I don't know, I think that there's probably a, yeah, that's what we want. No, that's not what we want. Prereq 1 is equal, if prereq 2 is equal to null, if prereq, how do we do this? Okay, no, else, this is what we do here. Else, so if those two are not null, then it's going to go down to the next thing, which is going to be another if statement inside here. This is nested bullshit. If research item is not null and it's the other one is yes, is not equal to null, and whoops, that's not an ampersand, and research item dot prereq 2 is not equal to no, is not equal to null. So if they're both filled in, it's mad at me now because I did this. Should we do this in the other direction? So the first time it's gonna go through and it's gonna say like, hey, if these are both null, there's none there. If they're both not null, it's going to change the text and it's gonna put an and symbol in there. We don't have any of those to test, so maybe I should just wait on this. We don't have anything to test it there. We could put something in a uh, prerequisite thing just to test. I guess that's what we'll do. Maybe we should just leave this for now. Let's do that. Let's just leave this for now. We'll just get rid of this and we'll put an else statement in here that said, well, if I can do this. Whoa. Else dot log. This is not the knife. It suddenly switched to Wolf Parade. For some reason, Wolf Parade is always so much louder on my in YouTube. I'm tired of Wolf Parade. I've listened to so much Wolf Parade. I don't want to listen to that. Okay. And I popped that open while I was struggling to get to the other shit. Debug log. Um, we don't have any research that currently has prerequisites, so something is fucked. Okay, so that will get us through there. I think. And now this is on every one of those. Well, we should just test it on every one of those prefabs that we have over here. These don't have to be prefabs. They just happen to be for the other thing we were testing, and now it seems to be working. So we'll do this, and I guess this will be done if this works. We got to get some bugs. You know that. Um, this is a Fisher Shack prerequisites none. This is the Scavenger Shack prerequisites done. I mean, it is ugly. But, uh, primitive ammunition shack. And we're gonna have like a more of a description, and we'll probably need to put like how many the cost of it, the cost of uh, what it takes to make this, like how much research it costs, research points. Should we do that right now? You know what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll decide if we should do that right now. The cost. So this is part of the demoralization this morning. It's like, oh my god, you need to add cost to that. Then you need to add a fucking button over here. Then you need to add this, and you need to add another fucking thing. And it just gets so it's like every little tedious thing. That's why I don't want to do character creation yet, because holy shit, it's just tedious bullshit. I was thinking about this too while I was thinking about it. At my day job, I put all the tedious stuff. I just keep pushing it off until I'm really bored one day, and then I go through it all, unless it's important, obviously. But you can't really push the tedious stuff off forever when you're programming because it's like critical for other parts. So I don't know. I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Let me pause my thing there. We'll put Unity back there, and I'll go to OBS and I'll turn on my break timer, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I was trying to remember what do you call like that? This isn't a setup for a joke. I was literally trying to remember this. Like dudes who are into Japanese culture and stuff. Are they weebelos? Weebs? I don't know. I'm so out of the loop. If you know, tell me. Oh, got to turn off my break timer. Um, okay, so this works. I guess we finished that. It only took an hour. I feel like it's broken. It's not broken, but I feel like it should be broken. Well, that was too easy. This period at the end of that none looks dumb as shit. So you know what we're gonna do? So this actually is a perfect example of why we put this. Fuck you. Where are you? Uh, Alt text. Um, where the fuck is it? Jesus Christ. This is what, like, why can't I just stick everything in one giant script? Fucking A. It's one of these. It's this one. No, it's not that one. Good God. Uh, it's not. It's none of these. No, it's one of these. It's just we're in the wrong. Where is it? Here it is. We did that. So this is the issue. Uh, oh, actually, this isn't the issue. I was thinking I still had none on all of these, and we would have to go back. But we can. Okay, so now we just need to find where that none is. Jesus Christ, man. You know what's funny is that I always try to tell people at my work to that searching with your eyes is much. Is it a lowercase? I put a period in there, motherfucker. Um, it's this one. Searching with your lots of people are they like organize their emails really intensely. And I always tell them like you're never gonna be able to find shit in there, and they're like, no, if it's organized, like all emails from you go in here, and then they just look with their eyes. And I always say like use the search function. So maybe my organization in my project folder there is fucking pointless. I should just have everything in a big pile. Let's look at this. Yeah, that looks better. I mean, it was an easy fix. This is going to be sentences, so we're going to want to do that. We should probably like let's pick like elitism. Okay, so that works. That's actually I'm amazed that that was that. I had a feeling we would get through this today, but you know that it doesn't seem to. My feelings don't seem to care. What's that stupid bench of the programming doesn't care about my feelings. It doesn't. So this was something we're gonna have to do later because we I'll just stick it wherever. We're not gonna deal with that until later. And so basic research has been completed. This is done. Nope. We've completed that step. Um, so that means we should probably push this code and finish this branch. Um, so let's do that. Uh, research title and description is set up. It's not really done. I mean, we're getting semantic argument over here. We'll push that over to there, and then we'll also. I don't know why you're giving me warnings. We'll just ignore them because that's what you're supposed to do, right? We're gonna merge this shit. We'll create a pull request. I don't want to put in a comment because I don't feel like it. This merging is blocked. We will merge it anyways. Yeah, we're gonna merge it anyways. We're gonna confirm it, and we'll delete that branch. Then we'll go back and we'll make sure that this looks right. I don't trust anything because I don't know what I'm doing. All right, there we go. So this reminds me. The reason why I say we all the time, and even though there's only statically, even though there's only me, is because chat helps me out all the time. They say, hey, you could do this. It's gonna be a lot easier. Or you're an idiot. Do this. So that is why I say we. We is me and you guys. Um, Same with if you want, you can comment on my um, YouTube channel as well. So now my question is, this is a I don't know how this works. We're actually well. Let's look what's next on our list here. Still can click on populations even though you don't own the county. I guess we should do that. Then we would be with county improvements. Uh, if I start going from here, it's gonna push to the wrong. It's gonna push. Like what happens if I? This is gonna be like a different branch now. Like this is gonna have different stuff. Yeah, see, it has different stuff. So I need to destroy. We need to get rid of this thing. That's gonna fuck everything all up. Whoops, that's not what I want. I didn't even want to go back that far. 2D4X. Branches. I'll trash can this shit. The only branch we should have right now is the main. Perfect. And we can test out that what there was some one of my theories is I did like a whatever it's called and everything got all fucked up. Oh, what did that say? Oh, it's because I switched branches, I think. Oh, fuck. No, we want to be in Maine. Yeah. Bring the changes to Maine. Stash the changes. Discard the uncommitted changes will be overwritten, permanently lost. Oh, okay. No, I'm not sure, man. I don't know fucking shit what I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Let's stash him. Now what about this? Ignore. Um, do it again, buddy. I don't have to redo all my work. All text is empty. All of these are empty. See, I fucked something up there. My ignorance has caused issues. Except we pushed main. Well, the main on our local repository is uh is not the main we just pushed to there. I'm gonna ignore this. So someone said you can do this locally, and I was like, I don't know how to do that. It's this one. So this is what I was talking about. People helping me. Someone in chat said, you can do this, and I was like, no, I've never done it. That see, like this is so far behind. Okay, let's close this. Man, when did I save it last? Well, okay, let's don't save that. Let's go to here. We gotta pull then push. Is that what I want? Pull all tags. Sync pull then push. Let's ask ChatGPT to see what it says. It actually helped me with something earlier. this replaced the event thing it helped with. What is this thing? Oh, I was curious. I was had a Zoom question at work and asked. I didn't know what the fuck it was talking about. It's so outdated. Can we delete this? Yeah, we don't need this chat in here. Yes. We can do a new chat. New chat. Oh, we're already on new chat. What the fuck am I trying to figure out? I pushed changes to GitHub and merged the branch in GitHub. I now need to pull. I need to get all merge the branch in GitHub to main. I now need main to be on my local computer. What is the term used for that? That's, I don't, is it sync? Is it git pull? So that's what I don't understand anything. Okay, so I'm on main. I want to pull. You cannot pull because there are uncommitted changes. Well, I want to stash these fucking things. I don't know what, oh, it's because I closed. Or undo your changes. See output window for details. No, I know what it is. It's because I closed Unity, and Unity like changes stuff. How do I get these changes out of here? Stage, undo, view history. I want to stash them. How do I stash them? Commit or stash? Oh, it's this button. Stash all. Repository updated to commit whatever. Let's open up one that we know. Got changed. What was one that we changed a bunch of shit in? Well, we know we changed research items, but that's a different, well, probably this one too. Yeah, so this is changed. And it doesn't have that period. So this is up to date. This is the correct thing. So now we can open this up and we'll see if that one fuck up happened. So there was a fuck up where I lost all of my changes I made in the inspector to like variables and stuff. But I'm not sure if that's because I moved the a folder or if it's because I did like this. I clicked this button, sync, pull, then push. That doesn't, I don't like that. Let's see if this is all fucked up now. No, this is the same. So this is, I had to reapply all those things. We want UI canvas, research panel, scroll view, viewport. This is kind of buried down here. That should be empty. I think everything's okay. How we'll figure that out though is by running it. I feel like I should put it on world map load if research panel is active, turn it off because it causes all sorts of issues. Well, I still haven't learned how to do it correctly, but we've learned something. I don't know what we learned. We'll save this. And we'll go back to, this doesn't actually have to be open, but I guess we'll leave it open. This is just going to be on our list now, and we'll figure this out next time, maybe later today. No, we won't. I don't think we'll be merging any stuff. We're going to be going next to county improvement. So let me look at this, though. See, we still have these branches in here. Oh, here's the... Oh, this was an option. Let's delete that thing. We don't need this one either. It's all in main. Okay, so we have everything. Okay, we're good to go. So when we commit, we're going to commit to a new branch called county improvements. We're not going to be able to finish county improvements today or, for weeks, months, years. I'm just looking at what we got up. So let's figure out this issue. I don't think this will be that hard, but I was thinking about it a little bit, and I was like, oh, there might be a better way to do what we're doing. Basically, if we go into, I don't think the timekeeper is affected. It is in world map load. So it's there. You just can't find it for some reason, because the meta files got deleted or whatever. It's here. If it's not here, then we're in deep shit. It's just upset. There we go. Um, it will recover. It's right there, motherfucker. It's literally right there. Why can't you find that? Sometimes I noticed that if you like, Unity gets a little weird. Maybe it's just my lack of knowledge here, but it's right here, man. I don't believe your air. Why can't you find that? Something weird has happened. It's because of the way I did that thing. Man, we really need to figure that out next time. Let's close. It's something's fucked up here. Let's close all this shit and start from scratch, and hopefully that will solve our issues. Hopefully. Like it's in the wrong namespace or something. I did have that like open. Maybe I should just reopen that one thing. Uh, let's go to world map load. The meta files are recreated. There we go. Okay, it is all it is all better. What were we doing now? We were going to look at this bug. So the bug is that if we hit play here, we can look at it. We currently you're only supposed to be able to see the. Oh, I forgot I upped that to 15. It's fine. So you're only supposed to be able to see the population that you currently, or the population of provinces or counties that you currently own. The only county you own is Portland. Um, it's kind of hard to tell what counties you own. I guess you would pick your color at the beginning. Huh. Let's put a thing in here. just so I don't forget. My fear is that I'll notice a bug and then I'll forget. I'll forget what the bug is. Uh, I'll overlook it later. Anyways, so we have, and so if you click on this, we can see uh, the populations there. But currently, you can also see this other population. So we need to figure out. We need to turn that off. What is on this thing? It's called Select County. So in Select County, we have this thing. Fill County Info. This is just. So where's the other one? Where's our population? This is County Info. Deselect Army on County, left click. Right click currently doesn't do much. How are these buttons being? Let's see here. This is a UI thing though. Population info panel, county info panel, county population text. This is setting active this thing, and this thing is pulling. This is pulling. So on enable it does this. So what we need to do instead, or not instead, we need to add another if statement. So what we have is in this world map load here, we have can see county info. I think I'm going to rename this though to dev view, which is going to be just you can see everything. Dev view, it was currently off, so we shouldn't be able to see everything. So what we need, so if we look at another spot where I'm doing this, I guess we can just search for dev view. Dev view. Let's go to the next one. Current document, no. Current project. So this is in select county. So I was thinking there's got to be a better way to do this where we don't have to put this or if dev view is on in every single thing. Right now I can't think. Let's put a thing, another one of these. Figure out a better way to do dev view. And then we'll convert this into an issue. Because I haven't really thought about it much. I was just thinking about how like dumb that is that we're gonna have to update that in every. Maybe this is the thing where we like subscribe to events or something. Uh, view should allow the or like God mode or something. Developer to see everything, and currently it is just an or in many if statements. there should be a better way to do that. Update comment. All right, I'm going to clear these notifications because they're driving me mad. Man, it's a whenever I do mess with these, it sends a notification to my Discord, and it looks like I accomplished so much, but I didn't. I have not. Uh, so that was UI population. So what we're gonna have to do here is if dev view is equal to true. Oh, yeah, we gotta put it on world map load dot instance is equal to true. Or, well, we'll put that if, how did we do that on the other one? We have some kind of little jank way to do this. I think, or then we do this. We'll put this all in here. Man, imagine before cut and paste. I'm always like marveling at how much better uh, coding software is. Um, it does so it does this if that equals that. If the county's name dot faction dot name is equal to the player faction, do this. Or if dev view is true, do this. Else we're on this one. Else debug log. You don't own this county, fuck brain. All right, you gotta put a little humor, a few insults for myself. Okay, let's see now. Whoops. If that's fixed that simply, then the given key population info panel. This is getting the wrong name. Which makes sense. This is getting the name of the thing. Which makes this a little bit more complicated. Where is this thing? Population info panel? Do we have... A lot of times I'll stash which name has been clicked. Which thing has been clicked somewhere. We want to go to counties. We want to look at Cowlitz. select county. Are we stashing this somewhere? Yeah, see, we have currently selected army, currently selected county. So this should be, whoa. Oh, I like accidentally dragged it a little, dragged it in a little bit. I don't think no, we don't have is this a public string? I don't think we can do this dot instance thing. Because there's one of these on, well, we'll leave it currently how it is. Okay, let's see if that does the trick. Let's see if that does the trick. You don't own this county, fuck brain. Oh, this thing still popped up though. We're getting there. Oh, this is on enable. That's not gonna work. Yeah, no shit on enable. All right, so we. Okay, so how do we do this? On select county, where we have this. The button though is on county info panel, and it's under this. Oh, there's a better way to do this. We get rid of this. I'm going to leave that there temporarily just so I don't get confused. There's a better way to do this. Oh, maybe it's not a better way. We wanted to run that on enable. You click the button. So you click the button, and it makes that active. So instead of that, we're going to have a new thing here. This is gonna be a public void. Click. What is this button called? Population button. Then we're gonna do this, and we're going to. Well, that would be nice to clear that. Do we need to clear that at some point? It's read only. Oh, don't we already do that? We do. Okay. Got me sidetracked for a second there. If this, we'll copy it for now, then we set this active. We set the prefab horizontal population list text. What the flying fuck is that? Population info panel is what we want. Population. Do we want this a serialized field? The button's gonna be interacting with it. And the button, I don't think it. Sometimes, you do stuff a bunch and then you just completely forget about it. Forget about how it works. That's a game object. Objects. This is going to be population info panel. Is that what we called that thing? I think it is. That's what we want. Then, I don't think we need this. And we'll have an extra thing here. And we'll else this out. We'll cut that out and then else it out. Then we'll move it up here. Control K, Control D to get that over here. I think we need a comma here. You don't own this county, fuck brain. I don't know what a fuck brain is, but it sounds bad, right? So now, where was that? Where was that thing? Oh, no, we made it a serialized field. Where is this user? Oh, this is in the wrong spot. Is it in the wrong spot? Where is this thing fucking attached to? It's right here. Except I don't think it can be on here if it's not if it's not active. I think we need to move that thing up to here. Up to county info panel. In fact, I think we do. This needs to be under county info panel. Yeah, it does. County info panel. It makes more sense that way too. I think that's why I was getting confused of where things were. Um, oh, I didn't get rid of I didn't do the serialized field. I don't think it can do this, but we're gonna try it anyways. I have a feeling this won't work. Just like whoops. Just like I said on the other time I was typing this. Population info panel. No. Motherfucker. Oh, it's because I don't have a thing here. That's a game object. Oh god, why am I putting all these commas and stuff? I don't think so. I try to make everything private if possible. I just feel like that's a better move. Um, so this is the population info panel. But I feel like because this button, which is down here, has to interact with it, it can't be private. And that's what I'm trying to. Maybe it can though. I bet you it can't. Okay. So then that thing will. I guess we could have just made it. we probably should have made it. There's actually a different way we should have done this. You don't own this county, fuck brain. Okay, so that actually works, except there's a better way to do this. It just dawned on me. Uh, what we will do is there, but I mean, there's a better way to do it. But I was thinking we could make that button not interactable. If it sets this true, we can set this. This isn't a button, but we can get the component. Let's just leave it like this. One of the things I want to put later, like over here somewhere, or the bottom right. Once again, very much like CK3, I want it to have a log that prints out and it says, like, hey, you don't own this county. It wouldn't say fuck brain, obviously. I mean, we can leave that in there. Um, but it would basically tell you why you can't click on certain stuff. So it might be better to leave. I think it's better to leave that there. Um, instead of so the other idea I was thinking is we can make this not interactable. We would have to. It wouldn't be that hard to do it. So that this just wouldn't be a button. That would be the whole. This just would not be a button. I think that might be a better option though. I don't know. I can't. It's hard to tell. Like it's hard to feel if. Let's put it as an issue. Let's kick it down the road. Something else might. The population info button to be non-interactable or to in counties you don't own, or should it print something to the player log? There might be, it's when we go back. Or man, I'm getting weird shit going on with my computer. Uh, when we go back around, like I said, this is like an outward spiral as we like eat, building around the edges. Uh, we might hit that and decide that something else needs to change anyways. So then the other thing we need to test here is to make sure this is true. True. And then we save that. Whoops. And we click this thing. Dev view. God mode or something. And now we should be able to see. Yep. Okay, everything works as expected. We'll save this again. I kind of got to take a piss. Let's go to here. I guess this thing is done playing. Oh no, it's just asking me if I'm. It's one of the YouTube. Come on, YouTube used to be so great for listening to music, but now it is shrunk what it recommends down to like 6 items. Um, and of those 6 items, one has to be something alt right or men's right. Every time I'm like, no, I don't want to see this shit. And it's just like, nope, you have a shaved head. Are you a Nazi? Fuck off. It's shocking. Anyways, we fix this. This is done. It's like, what the fuck, man? I don't really think it's because I have a shaved head. I think that the YouTube algorithms. We finished that one. All right, this is just gonna be sitting here for a while. Uh, Next, we're gonna start doing a crack at county improvements. And what I mean by that is buildings that you can build. That's what we've been working towards this whole time. Is and this will be the first uh, um, player choice. Currently, the player can't do anything. They have no choices. They have no anything. Like they can muster an army, but the army. We should have done the army thing later. But there's no point to mustering an army. This will be the first choice. So when you hit play on the game, your first choices will be what you want to build. You don't have to build anything, but you probably should. And it will take time to build them. So we're gonna need like a building list. We're gonna need all sorts of stuff. So we're basically it's kind of like an extension of the research list. Uh, and in fact, it is very closely connected to that. So right now, I'm gonna go take a quick break since we're at a good spot. I'm a little early on my break, but that's fine. And I gotta take a piss anyways. So I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Okay, I am back. So let me turn off my break timer and start my music. The first thing we're gonna need to do here is I'll explain my plan. Let me maximize this thing. Maximize. There's probably a way to maximize while it's running, but whatever. So you click on a county that's, we have dev view on, that's fine. So you click on a county, and I want to have a little button right here that you click on, and it expands two things that will have a list of your current buildings and a list of your possible buildings that will probably be like this big. This is similar once again to like CK3 or Europa Universalis. I don't think you're going to want to look at it all the time is the deal. We'll just have it pop open. Um, just it will just appear. So we're going to go to this thing. We're going to turn this on. We don't really need to look at the game for a little bit. So we'll just make it this little tiny square down at the bottom. Is there a way you can just hide this whole thing? I don't really want to close it. I just want it, it's fine. Maybe we will want to listen to it, look at it. And this thing is kind of a little bit off to the side. Should we move? Should we move? We anchor it? No. Yeah, let's anchor it to the corner. We weren't doing that before. Oh, we do have it anchored to the corner. No, we didn't. And then let's do, since we learned something new here, let's, where the fuck is that shit? It's, God damn it. Maybe that was just a text box that you could do that. Man, and I was so stoked on it. Scale anchors. Can I? What if I change this anchor? What does it do? It doesn't do shit for me. It doesn't for what I'm trying to do. What does this button do? Let's click it. It doesn't do anything. What is? Oh wait, now it's on or it's off. I don't know. What does this button do? That's how I that's how I learn. Just start clicking shit. I don't think raycast padding. No, I know what that does. I don't. I mean, if I change its position, then it will move down. 350. It's 340. I guess we'll just do it that way. I thought there was a way I could pad it, but maybe I got to do that in it. That's only on text, I guess. I guess we do need this. How does this look? That looks amazing. Okay, it doesn't look amazing, but it looks like something. This is gonna be. Oh, this one? You're kidding me. That one was already set up that way? The Army info panel? It doesn't look like it is. It's. What's going on with this? These should be the same size as well. This is negative 340. There we go. We just want them stacked on top of each other, and we probably could get rid of one and just have them fill the thing, but we're not going to do that right now. That's some other issue. Oh, fuck. Is that going to fuck up all of our lives with, I think it is. I think this is gonna ruin everything we've worked on. Let's see here. Oh, no, it didn't. Huh. Okay, I guess I accidentally did something correctly. Okay, so we're gonna need a little button. This is going to be an expand button, UI button. And we're going to call this the expand building button. Building button. Buildings, I think I want better. Then can we make this look differently? It's definitely not going to go there. We want it to be turned. I guess I could just rotate it. Not Z, I don't think. Maybe here. No. Not Y. Not there. Maybe it is Z. There we go. We're going to have the color. Give me my thing. There we go. You know what we'll do instead? Put this back at like that. There was that fill center button that I was like, where was that? Now we're back to Wolf Parade again. It's that's what I'm talking about. Um, it just wants me to listen. YouTube has decided that all I should listen to is Wolf Parade. Okay, then we're going to move this motherfucker to the far right. That's... When we reset this? That will change our thing, but while we change is that... Whoops. Oh, no. I guess we'll just drag it over here. We want it about there. Maybe a little higher. You know, like when things are centered, often it looks weird. Is that too big? I think that's where we want it. And then we're going to go to the text here. Can we change this text color to white? White's good. Then we're going to change the text. But I want it... That looks terrible. So does everything that we do so far. We probably should make this just a little arrow or something. And just get rid of the words. We'll leave it like that for now, because man, that's ugly. We're going with like some hardcore ugliness in this game currently. I feel like this should be flipped. Like the text itself should be flipped. What was it, Z? I think that's gonna do the trick. Man, that is some ugly shit though. We could look up an arrow icon and just make it an arrow. Let's not worry about it right now. Like I said, like we're gonna do these. We're gonna keep coming back around. So this is gonna be a button that this text isn't gonna change, but I'm gonna still call it buildings text. We can do that. This is gonna be a button. On click, it's gonna open up another panel. So this is gonna be, we're gonna need another panel under here. And I'm not sure how big we want it to be. Let's first move it. to here. Let's say 400 here. 400, oh, negative 400. What about 2 hundo? 2 hundo looks pretty good. And then this is going to be called current buildings panel. And then we're going to duplicate this and we're going to call possible buildings panel. And then we're going to move this out though. 6 hundo. No. 8 hundo. I don't know why we're using hundo as things. Actually, what is this? Go back to. Then this is going to go here. $600. Negative 400. Yeah. Yeah, that's how we're going to do that. It's kind of big, but that's why it's closable. And then this thing, on click, it's going to bring this, and then it's going to, this thing, both these are going to get opened up. And itself, we're going to bring this to the top though. It's going to turn itself off. I think. It's not going to turn itself off. Can we just tell it to move? I see this rectangular transform parents, detach, force up. Wait. Look at send message, set parent, set parent. Would that do what I think it would do? Bill, what did I? Billables. It's the small things in life, as they say. Uh, I'm just curious what that will do. Will it actually? That's a weird. Yeah, it doesn't do shit. Or not the way I wanted it. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. Uh, what happened? Does it just move it on the thing? I bet you it just moves it over here. Yeah, it's an interesting thing to know that that does something, but we might have to script it. We have to script it. But I was just curious if they're transform parents. Well, what was the other thing I just did? That one was set parent transform parent. I should probably just Google it. That's the parent of is being set with parent property. Consider using the set parent method instead with the world position state. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's Google it. Um, move panel when other panel opens. Switching between how to move the button when opening a panel. Got some good. Open panel and button click. That one's easy. Move panel between two positions smoothly. Using lerp and all that. I don't want to use lerp. I mean, we could. I mean, there's an easy way we can do it with the script anyways. I don't know how far we're going to get away with not scripting stuff with this button anyways. Well, this button's it's gonna create a bunch of scripts. We're gonna have a bunch of scripts with it. So we could just turn it off, or we could move it. It's probably cooler to make it move. And we would just add, well, let's see, if we added 600 to this, 688. Whoa. Not that way. 6145.5. That would put it where we want it to go. Oh no, it wouldn't. Or we could just create another button that does the same thing. We could just duplicate that button and attach it to this side of this thing. Like if we make this a baby of this, sorry, a child of that, not a baby. It is a baby. No, that's not going to work because it's not active. We'll just have it as a separate button. And we can delete this thing though. So when this happens, oh no, we need this back, but we just need to turn it off. We'll probably figure out stuff later, like I said. That's easier, like better ways to do this. Okay, so we're gonna hit this, and then we're gonna be stuck without that thing. But I just want to make sure this works how we expect it to work. Boom, that opens up. We're gonna turn this off. We're gonna duplicate. What's the opposite of expand? Compress. Compress. And uh, it's all lies. All of programming is lies. You're like, oh, this button moved. Actually, it's a new button completely. It didn't work though. This didn't go away either. What have we done? It worked a second ago. Turn those on. Is it because it's the baby of this one? I like I like I'm gonna do that from now on. It's called it's like babies and stuff. We could actually probably put this in another panel so we don't have these four things cluttering up. This is in the wrong spot though. We want this to be underneath here. There we go. Um, well, actually, this is going to be the same word. We'll leave it there until it gets confusing. So this is what I'm thinking here. This should be turned off. Expand should turn off expand. Oh, it doesn't have the turn on compress thing, which is okay. I mean, if it's already attached to this like we had it, I wonder why I didn't like that. Let's look this over again. If this is a baby of this thing, oh, maybe it is a baby. We just have it in the wrong we just have it in the wrong spot. We do. That's the issue. The issue wasn't if it was turning on and on. It was turning on. It's just it was in the wrong spot. So we'll drag this over here to give it a general idea. What is this one? 14.5 because sure. Let's just make this 15 for fuck's sake. Oh no, we can't. Oh wait, we can. But then this one isn't? You can't even fucking tell. Okay, so we had this right. This was whatever. Does this look lined up? Can you help me here? I'm talking to Unity. It does look turned on. Okay, so expand building button. We'll turn off that and turn these two on. Compress building button. We'll turn on the expand building button and turn off these two. And it doesn't matter if its self is turned on or off because it's attached to that other thing. We probably should make this a panel though. There we go. It looks like this is connected. They're not. Like I said, programming is all lies here. So that does what we want it to do. We'll save that. All right, we got to get out of here. We'll save this shit. And I think we should put this in its own panel just to get, because no, it doesn't matter because we'll be able to close this up and it will all disappear. So that is actually does what it wants, what we want it to do. So let's turn this thing on though, and let's turn this thing on. I know it doesn't look good right now, but so on this thing we're gonna need a text, and we're gonna need to pin this shit to the top. We're gonna splat that up against there, and we're gonna say this current building title. This should never change. And we'll just have the word current there. Boom. Then we'll just duplicate this and we'll put it in here. But this goes here. Then we go here. This thing needs to though be in its right spot. We could underline it, but we're not going to. Okay, so then we need two things to happen here. We're going to need scripts on these, and we're going to need vertical groups. Possible is going to be the thing that we're going to interact with first because, uh, shit, do we want scrolly things in here too? I think we want a goddamn scrolly thing in here too. Uh, there won't be any current ones right now, so we want to fix possible first. Then once we have possible working, we'll just stick it in here and it'll be empty. Because we're gonna have to create all sorts of shit for this to work. So we are gonna need a scroll view thing that's in here. Because the possible shouldn't have that many, but who knows, man? How many? We got like 12 of them. Let's see how big we want to make these first. And what I mean is like how big of a text so we're gonna need a text that says that just a button. So we're gonna put a button in here, another button. UI button. And this is probably going to be a prefab. We're probably going to instantiate this shit, but let's make the button the size we want it and all that real quick. Real quick. Buildings button. How big is this possible? Oh, you know what? We don't have to check the size. We can stretch this shit. There we go. And then we want it to be a little taller, though. Probably 50. It's actually, we don't know what we're going to put on here. So what is going to happen here? What are we going to need on this button? We're going to need the name of the item that you can build. So whatever, Fisher's Shack. And you click it. And then it's going to open another panel that's going to have the specifications. And then on the specifications is where you click to actually build the building. At first I was thinking maybe we could stick it all on this panel. Like, have the cost, how many workers it takes and stuff. But I think right now we don't want to do that because I think we're going to want to be fucking around with how this works for a while. And I think we're going to want another panel to open up. So this is very similar to the research thing that we just did. And what I was thinking about the scroll view is if you're scrolling down, you might have to scroll through this list. Man, these things are really easy to see through. I thought we'd turn this up. Oh, I guess we didn't. We're at 0.39. What about like 0.5? I swear I did this at some point. 0.7. Let's see what this looks like on this panel here, actually, because this is over this white and stuff. 0.7. I swear to God I did this somewhere else, and it was like 0.9. I think we're going to go with 0.9 across the board. Can we select all these and just do it? Why does it say 1? What did we do with this bar? 0.749, huh? It is kind of hard to see that. Let's go straight 0.9 on this stuff. The issue is that the text is white too, because sure. Let's go 0.8. And then we can do 0.8. And then that makes it a lot easier to see there. We have so many text boxes. See the UI, whatchamacallit, the UI toolkit has like a CSS thing that you can do, and it allows you. So I was thinking about changing. I was thinking about changing to that, and this is one that was one of the cool features of that is that do I have to select them all individually? Because we have like text things everywhere. They honestly will look better as uh, black, though. I think we're having too many issues seeing shit. Look at that. Some of these have text on them and some don't. I have actually a black button there. It is easier to read, I feel like. Let's hope we don't have to do this a bunch of times. Oh, this is not. I don't. This isn't where I thought I was. Is this white? I need this research button. Okay, did we get all of them? They all look good. I mean, they don't look good. They, the buildings is white text. Let's take a look here. Um, uh, this. Let's see. That is fucking impossible to see. We'll keep that white text for now. The beautification process is gonna be brutal, man. It's gonna be so hard. I was looking at artists online yesterday just out of curiosity, and there's wildly different pricing for what people charge for art stuff. And when I say wild, I was trying to look at people just in Oregon because I'm in Oregon, and specifically Portland, but I gave up on that pretty quick. Uh, but even there, it was wildly different from, $25 an hour to $50 to $150 an hour. And the issue is that the art that we're going to be looking for is very simple compared to what people were selling with their skills. Anyways, buildings, buttons. What do we got here? Did I save it? I don't know. Let's save it again. So on this, what did we decide? This will just be the building name text. And it will just be a button. And I actually want this one to look kind of like a button. Obviously, we're going to replace these like things. I kind of want them bigger than that though. I don't know why, but it doesn't it seem like if it's a building, it would be, not a square, but uh, like that. Let's go with that. Well, how wide is it? 200, I think, is what we did. Yeah, I think that's fine. for now, we're gonna change this text though, instead of whatevs name. And we have this centered. I don't want it to do auto text. I do want it to wrap though. It's enabled. So that's about the size we want these things to be. I think we are going to need a scroll thing right off the bat. So let's throw this into our prefab folder here though. Where are you, motherfucker? Buildings button. Let's rename this to UI. I mean, I don't know why I put that. Well, okay, fine. We'll fucking do it here. And then we got to no overrides, huh? Okay. Okay, so I think we are going to need that scrolly thing over here, which is actually going to the scrolly thing is going to overlap this. So maybe we might need to squish it a tiny bit. But in the current state, let's delete this. We prefabbed it, I hope. I mean, we just did that. Let's actually rename the buildings name button buildings. Yeah. And then we're going to need a scrolly thing. We're not going to need this one ever. I'm going to leave it just say scroll view because I'm getting used to that being what it's called. We want the viewport. We don't need this all giant right now. We want the viewport to be. Oh, I can't make it bigger because the scroll view has to be bigger. You are correct here. Put it here, and then the viewport down to here, to there. We're going to go back and we're going to turn off the horizontal. Guess we'll leave it like that. I know it automatically turns off, but then we're going to put let's attach to here. Oh, did it make this smaller? No. I'm confused now. I guess it did make that. It made it fit or something. You can see the little. All right, well that's what I wanted, but we're not with this right now. Whoops. And then inside this content, I guess I'm gonna leave this content. No, we'll probably get rid of it. We'll attach horizontal list here. It's not what it's called though. We can do vertical, not horizontal layout group. Man, I'm using so many of these things. Upper center, we want it to go to. We'll delete this content thing. And where's the thing? Oh, I attached it to that. Okay, it wasn't that funny. Great empty. Vertical buildings group. vertical possible buildings group. Then on here, we're gonna need you to get in here. And this was actually what we wanted. This should be like that. I think this auto expand, I mean, it has to auto expand. But do we want to put this at the top? I think we want this to start at the top. Like up here. Oh, wait, no, that's controlled by this the scroll. That's fine. Well, we'll see. We might want that at the top instead of in the middle. Like at the beginning, in the beginning we'll have a bunch of them, but if you were down to a few, it'd be weird if they were in the middle instead at the top. So actually, let's look at that. Can we say? I think it's one of these says, yeah, like bottom, top to bottom. Actually, I'm not. We'll have to fuck with it later. It's hard to tell when there's nothing in there. When did I just change? Where it was this one? It was bottom to top. Let's hit play. I'm just curious if they should go away, but then I'm curious if they'll just be slightly off-centered. Well, we can't tell. We can kind of tell that there's something else there, but that's okay, I think. Okay, so we have a prefab. Built possible. Let's rename this. They might need to be. I know I keep renaming this more and more and more. We might need to distinguish between possible and current buildings. I don't know that we're going to, but we might need to. So that's we'll name it that. So then we're going to need a script attached to possible buildings panel. And we're going to go, that's going to be here, create script, not a scene, a script, UI, possible buildings panel. I know they're also long. Then we'll pop this fucker open. And I think actually this is going to be on enable. It's going to look every time. It's going to say, hey, like every time do this, but do we want it to like destroy the panels and recreate them? I feel like that's a lot of extra processing power, but maybe I'm overly worried about processing power. Like who gives a shit, right? Computers are great. Let's just have a bunch of bullshit everywhere. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need, we'll put it on enable for now. Well, we're going to need a private, we're going to need a serialized, yes, serialized field. Hey, no, stop. Private game object this is going to be possible buildings prefab. It was pretty close there. And then what? On enable, we're going to instantiate. That's actually what we want. But do we need to? This is an interesting question. If the script is attached to this thing, well, we need it to actually be putting it down here. So we're going to call it, this is also a serialized field, private game object buildings parent. So we're going to instantiate these things. I think we just put a comma in here, except I don't think we need to Corleone and We want it here. Do I have like insert on or something? God damn, I gotta take a piss again. How much longer am I gonna stream? I'm going to stream for approximately 20 more minutes. I can hold it. I can hold it. Uh, so it's going to instantiate each one of these, but it's going to do it not right away. It's going to go through the list. What list, you ask? The list of Tier 1 research. So on enable, it's going to go... I wonder... Can I do 4? I've never done a 4 each. Can I do that? Just out of the blue. I want to do a for each statement. For each bool. How do I, for an array of bools, this should get us on the, that's not a for each. Okay, so this is going to be, all right, I just do a for loop. Okay, that's yeah, we'll do a normal for loop. We're going to go through, I was just suddenly wanted to try a for each statement. I don't know, I've never written one. Yep. This is going to, then we need to get that. Where the fuck is that list? Who the fuck knows, right? Research items? Uh, Definitely not there. Even though we might reference that later. I don't think it's there. It's under, it's research something or other. Not there. I thought it was this one, but it's not. It shouldn't be in this one. That would be confusing. Okay, it's not. The fucker did we put it? Research panel. Did we stick it like somewhere bizarre? It was the thing with the list. Oh my god, it's down in here somewhere. It's not that one. Where the fuck did we put it? It's here. It's the tier 1. Man, that is... That is in a shitty spot. I'm gonna put a note in. The tier research items tier 1 script in a better place in the inspector. It is really hard to find. It's always we. Hey, you dipshit. Josh, you fucking moron. Put this somewhere better. Okay. So. Ah, shit. I just came up with a problem for this being here. We do need to move this. When I say this, we need to move this to world map load, this part. Because what happens if you have never clicked the research button but instead you go to the building button? So you want to look at your buildings that are available and you've never clicked the research button. So yeah, this needs to be in a different spot. Um, this part doesn't. This part does. So this whole setup here needs to be in a different spot. So we'll cut that. This is going to cause all sorts of fucking issues, but it's okay. We're going to put, whoa. We're going to put this in world map load. This whole thing. It's too confusing anyways. So on Awake, we're going to have a new thing in Awake here. Create counties dictionary, create population. Before we do counties, do we want to do the research? Sure, it's at the top of the screen. Create research list. Where'd you go there, buddy? And this is going to give us a bunch of errors. And tier 1, where are you? Trying to get all cool with stuff, but it didn't work out the way we wanted it. We're just gonna comment that out temporarily while we fix this other stuff so it will compile. This is like, hey, none of this shit exists anymore. So, did we ever put the, I'm pointing at stuff again. Did we ever put the instance in? We did. So, this is just a public one, right? Yep. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna fix this shit. Boom. Boom. The code. Oh, at that time it was like, hey, I know what you're up to now. Man, we sure use this a lot in here, huh? Whoops. It doesn't know what I'm doing now. It's actually no faster to hit tab there because I have to move my hand. Okay, it says we got one more somewhere. No, it's done. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We really should probably, I gotta like keep my brain ready here for the any chance to try to event. Okay. So let's hit play before we do anything, because this could have imploded half of our shit. Let's turn off our county info panel. We're not going to click that right now. We're just not going to do it. That's what we're going to do. We got focused, and it's this little tiny guy down here. Can I click this? Just add a... Oh, we already got a bug. Okay, close. All right, let's see what the deal is here. Oh, you know what I think the deal probably is? Is that weird shit where we have to put 14 to put a 14 in here because we're not adding them. I really think that we probably want to add them, not... Damn it, I gotta take a piss again. Yeah, I really think we want to add them Fuck it, let's do it. I think we just I think we want to go like whatever. This should be dot add like this or whatever. Let's copy this just in case. And I'm just gonna whoa, what did I do? Copy, and I'm just gonna stick it temporarily in Notepad. Just in case we need this for something else. But I think what's gonna happen is I think if I hit play here, it's gonna get a weirdness. See, yeah, now we got 15 of them instead of, you know, whatever. Probably put it over here. Yeah. So that it adds at the end. But let's add all of these. Let's adjust all these to add. I think that with the issue, yeah. I hope it adds it in order, though. If it doesn't add it in order, we're fucked. Can we just go down this list and add an extra one of these? What is it offering? I don't trust whatever it's offering. We can just do this, though. It will break them all, but... Well, hey, we'll get there. I had a feeling when we were fucking around with that the other day that there was an issue with the way we were doing that. We were trying to do it like the faction one. The faction one's different because the faction one we typed in all that shit. We don't want to type in this shit because we don't. It's that what happens if it all disappears. The faction one, it was easy to fix. Okay, well it's given up. The YouTube has given up on the Wolf Parade, and it's now we're to the Ramones, which I'm fine with. But I have been listening to them a lot as well. Stop it. I wonder if you can type variables in here and how you would do it. When I say in here, I mean in this part. Like if I could put in whatever. Like what was that? All text. Whatever in here. Okay, let's hit play on this and see what happens. So we should get 14 of these. Let's clear this to 0. So it doesn't tell us, the name right off the top, which is kind of a bummer, but it does fill it all in. Oh, it actually it converts the description there too. Did we get any bugs when that happened? We didn't. Okay, so well, we didn't really test that very well. Let's click on research. Fingers crossed. Now I'm curious, did this change? No, the elements never change. These things are now in there. This is game object 0. I guess we are using that. Is this... My only fear is this will change orders somehow. But right now we're good to go. Everything's saved here. Yep. I have to take a piss like a racehorse. Okay, that's fixed. research tier 1, I don't know why we were looking at that. I mean, I know why we were doing it, but we don't need to be there right now. We need... I mean, I guess we will do it. Well, I was thinking might want to combine all of the tiers into one. I mean, it's we're gonna probably encounter that when we come back around to the research. We're gonna encounter a lot of shit that we're gonna have messes we created. So what are we on here? Possible building. Okay, we haven't attached this to anything, so we should be looking at... We're going to instantiate. This is we had to go through all that to get where we wanted. I is less than yeah, so world instance that was tier 1 research tier 1 dot counts. So it's going to go through all those, then it's going to add some suck together here. I don't know why I call this suck. It's pluses. Then it's going to instantiate a new one. On enable, it's going to go through that whole list. It's going to say if instance dot research tier 1 dot is done. I thought, what was I called it? Research tier 1. Oh, we need a thing in here. I dot is done. Then we instantiate. If it's done, we're going to instantiate a new thing. This might be where I call it a day. This is actually a pretty good spot, but let's test this out. I'm going to need to put some things in here. Where the fuck did I stick this? I didn't stick this on anything. So possible buildings, current buildings, expand buildings, button, possible buildings button. We're going to add this thing. And so when this thing turns on, this is the parents, and then the prefab is what is my problem here? Well, I guess we'll temporarily stick that there. That is oh, you know, it's an easier way to do this. We can just search for it. Got to retrain my brain from certain stuff to other things. Not that. Not you. Look at all those prefabs. Didn't I call it prefab? Army. There's toggles. Oh, they must be like parts of that other one. It's not on this list. This has happened before, and I don't quite know why certain stuff. Here we go. Save this. All will be clear if I keep just fucking around. What are we doing? Well, that definitely did not work. Oh wait, no, it instantiated one of those, but this wasn't supposed to be on like that. This should be off. This should be off. This should be on. Okay, let's do this again. Oh, it is off center a little bit. Huh. Okay, so there was something else we gotta do here, though. That didn't work. This is... What is this? This is the group. I don't think I put this in the right spot. Vertical possible building group. No, it's the right one. How did we do this on the... I knew we were going to have to look at this. Research panel? Do we... Population info panel is probably the best one here. And this is where we put this script way down here. Oh yeah, we need the content size fitting thing on this group. Content. Oh wait, is that a different? Oh, we don't have the group in here. What happened to our vertical? Oh, I deleted it. They were probably just all stacked on top of each other. I didn't check, any other way except to glance at it. It looks so beautiful. What is going on here? Why would it look like that? All right. Content. We had this on the other one. Upper center. Um, I don't know what the fuck is going in here. I can't even. Are they like inside? Uh, uh, are they inside the other ones? And we have like the scroll thing is actually in action. Like I said, last time I hate to leave with a bug there. I think what it is. I think what it is we need like we need this to not just be. I think they're like instantiating on top of each other or something. I've never done it that way, I was just curious, and we're gonna need that. We're gonna need this anyways. So it hits the first one, and it instantiates it there. Or can we just instantiate it? Do we need... Oh, we are going to need a list of these things anyways. Then this should be like... like transform equals... I don't know why I'm like rewriting this in my brain, because we already have this somewhere else. We already did all this figuring this shit out somewhere else. It's under the population info thing here. Yeah, we definitely wanted that on there. But then we also wanted... We don't have a script attached here? I'm surprised. Isn't this where I was just looking for the goddamn script? No, those are those things. Did I not put transform on that other one? Well, we'll make it more like this. But I am gonna call it a day. I hate leaving this in this state. But it's actually better, I think, that there's a bug here so we know exactly where we left off. But yeah, I gotta take a piss and I want to take a nap already. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. Nap time, man. Will this cat show up on... I'm trying to make him appear. He won't do it. It's not. He's looking at me like, why are you pointing at me? It's not his fault. It's the background erase. Anyways, that's it for me today. Thank you for joining me. I will talk to you guys next time. Oh, wait, we're going to push this shit. Not to main. We got a new branch. And this one is going to be called County Improvements. Even though we just deleted that other one. Whatever. And we will... Possible and completed buildings panels are set up for game objects to be instantiated. There we go. That's all we did. Commit. Or not commit. Whatever the fuck that button is. Commit. Push. All right. That is it for me today. Thank you for joining me. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.